Hey everybody, I'm back again. It's Rebs here, and today I want to come with a topic that I was led to talk about by Spirit, by our Spirit team. When I say our, I'm speaking of my husband and I and our family, our household. So the topic I was led to and given by our Spirit team to discuss, I'm not sure exactly what the video title will be, but the topic is Vanity versus Sexuality. Now, the reason why I was led to do this topic, again, I didn't give it the title or anything. It was given to me. But what I was told was because there's so many people right now stuck in religion because they received the wrong message, okay? Meaning, like, I can speak about this personally because, strength to you, baby girl. Because before getting wrapped into like holiness, religion, doctrine, and things like that, I've always had a relationship with Creator, Source, Spirit Team, whatever you want to call it. But getting entangled with religion and the teachings of how the Bible has been changed and things taken out and added in, that's when, you know, so much confusion started getting thrown into what is truly being said. So previous videos on my page, I had things on there about, oh, women shouldn't wear makeup and, you know, dress certain ways and things like that. So what I'm told is to make this video because there's so many women who are still stuck into that. So the message that I'm told to say is, the message, hold on, baby. The message I'm told to say is, when it comes to that, you got the message halfway right, okay? What the message from Spirit, Source, Creator, Spirit Team, Spirit, whatever you want to call it, whatever your preference is the message is, your life should not be led by makeup. Your life should not be led by material things. You should not be defined by your clothing. So that's why it was so much argument in that community, in that religious community, because you had half the women saying, yes, we can still wear makeup. We can still dress how we want, you know, moderation. Then you had the other half, you know, like, no, we can't. It's evil, blah, blah. So what the message is
the makeup was made by demons. Right. Their blood and feces and all that.
Definitely. So what the message is really saying, what the message that you are getting, the reason why, for those who got this message, the reason why the message was confusing is because instead of you listening to your intuition, listening within to what was being told to you, a lot of you went on YouTube to go seek like a community or a tribe to see what others were saying. A lot of people on YouTube are not even of the light. You know, a lot of them are sent there to distract you and steer you in the wrong direction. And if you pay attention to these religious groups, all the people are pretty much saying the same thing. So when you got your message about not letting makeup be your ruler, not letting vanity rule you, what you did was you went on Google or YouTube or wherever you went, you heard another girl's testimony, then another girl's testimony, you go, okay, well, this must be true. I can't wear makeup, I can't wear jewelry, I can't do my hair. When in actuality, that was a spirit of confusion, a spirit of delusion, and also I'm told to tell you, a spirit of stripping you of your identity. Okay? So what the message is really saying is, I'll just give you an example. The makeup does not define you. The jewelry does not define you. Your clothing does not define you. So an example of that is, if you're like, I want to go out with my husband to the movies tonight, okay? But you realize, oh man, I ran out of my favorite makeup. An example of makeup defining you would be, okay, husband, cancel date night. We can't do this tonight. I got to go to the store or I got to go online and order some makeup. That's an example of allowing makeup to define you, you know, because now you can't go about your regular plans in life because you feel like your face is not complete without something outside of you. Okay. So that's the example. That's the real example of vanity, where you feel like your world will end and shatter without these material things, because ultimately it's still all material. Same thing. If you have your favorite necklace and, you have plans to do something or go somewhere, and, your favorite necklace breaks or something like that, or you can't find it, and you're like, you know what? I can't go out today. My necklace broke. I can't find my stuff. That's an example of letting it define you. So I wanted to give that example first and foremost. Don't make it your life. Like when someone is saying, hey, I got to run to Walmart. My baby needs some milk or some food or whatever the case is. And you're like, well, wait, I can't go. I know she's hungry. I know she's crying. I know she's screaming, but she has to wait another hour for me to get my entire face done. That's the example of letting makeup define you. Or how people were saying, during this pandemic crisis situation, how they were saying, posting things on social media like, I'm ugly now because I was not able to get my hair done. I'm ugly now because I can't get my nails done. I look like a boy. I look like a slave. All these things that was being said about oneself, you're destroying yourself because you're putting yourself down and pouring negative energy into yourself because you're saying, without these items, I am nothing. So a lot of you who receive that message of, God told me not to wear makeup, or God told me not to wear jewelry, or God told me, the message was really not to be defined by makeup, not to be defined by jewelry, not to be defined by your clothing. Okay, so that's the first part of the message. Understand the difference. And also, for those of you who did strip away those items, and I was one of them. I was never one to really wear makeup, but I would wear eyeliner sometime. I would wear eyeshadow sometime. I wasn't one to really wear nails, but I would wear nail polish sometimes. So those of you who did do this process, it did not go in vain. Being natural, completely natural for that time being, and not have any of those things, because you got to see yourself. A lot of you have not saw yourself. A lot of you have been wearing makeup since you were a preteen, 11, 12, 13 years old, and now you're in your 30s, 40s, and you haven't even seen you don't even go out with your bare face. So it wasn't in vain to take those things off, to get to know you, because ultimately self-love comes from loving all of you. So again, these are called accessories. When you put on jewelry and rings and bracelets and things, these are your accessories, but they're not to define you, that person within, your spirit, who you are. So a lot of you got that message because a lot of you were allowing these things to define you. A lot of you would say, I would hear women say it around me. I'm ugly without makeup on. Don't take a picture of me. I'm ugly. I don't have my face on. Let me get my face on. So those people were slaves to makeup. They were slaves to their jewelry, slaves to their perfume, okay? So if you got that message to take it off, it's because you needed a period of cleansing. You needed to cleanse and get to know and love your true self. So for those of you who got that message was for your season of learning yourself. And a lot of you didn't even go through that period because a lot of you who did get the message on your own refused to take it off. Refused to take the nails off for a season. Refused to take the makeup off for a season. Refused to take the weave out for a season. So a lot of you didn't even pass that season and pass that test when you did get the message, because you actually proved that you were slaves to those items because you couldn't even put them down temporarily. Okay? So that's an example of what vanity truly is. One who is a slave to these items and their lives are 100% controlled by it. Okay? That's the best example that I can give for the vanity. Now, the next part of it, because I said the topic is vanity versus sexuality. So we're going to talk about sexuality. Okay. So when it came to the message of, not wearing certain clothing, speaking to the women, not wearing certain, things, I guess you would say, revealing things. Okay. Now, what that message is about, same thing, not allowing it to define you. Because a lot of women, they will wear a certain outfit. in the hopes of this will attract so and so. This outfit will allow me to get attention of so and so. Okay, that ties into vanity, because now you're using and relying on your body, your physical attributes, to attract the man. So if you're getting dressed at home, I'm not talking about, women who have a husband. If you're like, oh, I'm gonna put this cute dress on, my husband gonna like this, my husband gonna like these jeans, that's fine. I'm saying if you're at home and you're a single woman and your mindset is, I'm putting this tight clothes or putting this on to go and catch a man, then you fall into the category of doing these things out of vanity and sexuality. Now, the sexuality part is, again, what defines you is from within, your spirit, your heart, your soul. But if you're attracting a man just because of your body alone, that's the kind of man you're going to get. You're going to get a scumbag who only wants to have sex with you. So if you were given that message about changing your wardrobe, the message really was change your heart. Because let me tell you something. It is true that it's not a woman's fault if a man out here is so low vibrational that he can't control his sexual organs depending on what a woman wears. Only talking to the women of my community, which is, what are you looking for? Tissue. The first one. Women in our community, black women, I can't speak for every race because I'm not in those. We're 90% or more, we're made curvy. We're made, shapely, if you want to call it that way, okay? Even if you so-called call yourself skinny, you still have some curves, okay? They might have used them. I'll use a baby wipe. So obviously we're curvy, okay? So for men who feel like, oh, I'm gonna judge a woman or stereotype a woman because of the particular clothes that she has on, they need to go do some inner work themselves. Because even if you dress from head to toe and your face is all wrapped up from head to toe, if a man has a lust problem, they're still going to have that lust problem. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you got on, okay? But talking to the women, when I'm speaking of your message as far as sexuality, what is your mindset when you put these clothes on? What does your heart say? Are you wearing these clothes because you're like, you know what, this is what I want to wear? I feel beautiful, confident in what I want to wear. I'm going to wear what I want to wear. Or is your heart, is your intent? I'm trying to get a man with my clothes. I'm trying to get a man to like me because of my body. Because all I'm saying is if you get a man like that, that's all he's going to be there for. It's sex and your body. Which means if your body changes, if you happen to gain a few pounds, or even if you happen to lose a few pounds, if if there's some life changes, even if you want to gain or lose yourself, this man will potentially leave you because they got with you solely because of how your body looked on that day. So 5 years from now, 10 years from now, like I said, you gain, you lose, you will gain and lose that. You will lose that man if you change your physical appearance. So a lot of you got that message, no makeup, watch the clothes you're wearing. Message is, do not let those things define you. And if your heart is saying, I'm going to catch a man because of my makeup, because of my weave, because of my clothes, my perfume, you are going to attract a low vibrational, no good, dirty type of man because he's only going to want you because of the vanity and the sexuality. But it's not going to be because of your heart. He's not even going to know none of that or even think to know any of that. But if you are just being who you are, be who you are. Because when religion tells you not to wear certain clothes, not to do your hair a certain way, not to be yourself, you are being stripped of your identity. I was told to come here and clarify what some of you really heard, which was some of you did hear moderation. Hey, calm down on that makeup. Calm down on that. And me, when I first was given a message from the messenger came and spoke to me, he told me, be aware of all unnatural things. So that could be another message that you guys are getting. If y'all wearing y'all makeups, I see nowadays they have natural makeup, so it don't have all those bad chemicals in it. Natural lipstick without the chemicals in it. I'm seeing alternatives with nail polishes and things that are more natural. So that's another message you could have been getting. Stop wearing these things with all these chemicals in it because it's ruining your skin and that stuff is seeping into your pores. Okay, so off that topic, Now, they want me to touch on a little bit on love spells. Now, what they're saying is those who uses their sexuality and vanity to attract these individuals, these men, that is a form of you using a love spell. So what they're saying is, I haven't made the video yet to go into depth what love spells are, but for those of you who are involved in this stuff, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because I just heard them say false pretense. You're trying to get a man to get with you under false pretense, and anytime you do that, that's an example of casting a love spell on somebody, because you're not being who you naturally are. Meaning, like, you're saying, I'm going to play dress up and do this and that to try to get this man. But the real question is, what's on your inside? So you may attract this man because of your clothing, because of your outside appearance, but then you may have a evil, wicked, dark heart. Okay, your intentions. A lot of you got this message about stripping things away because, just to keep it real, you're bad women. A lot of you women who got these messages about stripping away, a lot of you women were very selfish. A lot of you women were very self-centered and only care about yourself. A lot of you women didn't even have the mindset of, like, a lot of you used to come to me talking about, how do I get a husband? You got a husband, how do I do this and that? The fact that you're asking me, how do you do it? How do you get a husband already sounds like a love spell. Already sounds like you're trying to be somebody you're not, because I didn't do anything. I was just being myself. I was being my normal self. I didn't change anything about me. When I met my husband, I was just like this, no different. I didn't change until after the deceiving, confusing spirit of religion. But even then, the only thing I changed was I was taking things off of me and putting on more clothing. But as upon meeting my husband, I looked just like this, no different. So it wasn't an outside thing. It was an inside thing. So everyone who's like, oh, what did you do? What'd you do? I was myself. So a lot of you, the message was, you need to be yourself. You need to love yourself. You need to dig deep within to find out who you are. But if you are leading a life through vanity and sexuality, you are going to be judged, and nothing good will never come to you. If you are someone who is placing love spells on somebody, knowingly or unknowingly, nothing good will come to you. Because if your mind is saying, I'm going to get this man based on my clothing and my material things, if that's what your mind is saying, that's the spirit that you're putting off. That's the spirit that you're in contact with. Because whatever you think in your mind is heard in spirit, and that's what goes forth. So a lot of you are wondering, when you go to the club, baby, can y'all stop yelling? When you go to the club and things like that, and your mindset is, I'm going to get this man because of my outfit, because of my money, because of my car, you're putting that out in spirit. So that's the spirit that you're coming on to on this man as material gain, And as soon as those things start to go sour or change, you lose that individual. So the main message is, it's not about whether you can or cannot wear makeup, whether you can or cannot wear jewelry, whether you can or cannot wear the clothing that you want to wear. The message is, are you allowing vanity to run your life? Is vanity your God? Is sexuality your God? Because a lot of women like to hide their problems and insecurities behind makeup, which is probably why you might have been the one that was told to take off makeup. A lot of you women like to hide insecurities behind your body. So that could be why a lot of you were told to cover up. A lot of you like to hide insecurities behind material things. So you might have been told to stop buying material things for that season. But during that season, did you take time to learn yourself? Did you take time to do self-love, self-care, shadow work? Or did you complain the whole time about, I want my makeup, I want my this, I want my that? So the message was to explain to you that if you're hearing something that you're hearing like, oh, a God told you not to wear makeup, or a God said you can't wear pants, or a God said you can't do your hair, you're not hearing from the creator of the universe. You're not hearing from source. That's the main message. You're hearing from a deceiving spirit, because one thing that I'm supposed to tell you all is that the fastest way for a low vibrational, I'm sorry, the kids, I gotta try to focus out, zoom them out. So the fastest way for a low vibrational spirit or entity to take over your vessel is not having knowledge of self. So the only way that a deity, a low vibration deity, can take possession over you and control you is if you're not strong enough to make decisions and be yourself. So that's why the main message is you have to be yourself. You have to be true to yourself. You have to truly love yourself. You have to truly have self-love within for you. Not doing anything to be like, oh, I may get a husband, or I may get somebody. Truly loving yourself for you. Because if not, you know, we are in what people would call the end times. You know, transition times, end times, whatever you want to call them. And during this season, the best thing that you can do is know yourself. Love yourself. Listen to yourself. Follow your intuition. So the whole plan behind this deceiving spirit of being like, take off your makeup, take off your jewelry. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't go here. You can't go there. You can't watch this. You can't do that. The whole point of that was for this deceiving entities to see how much will you listen to them? How much will you let go for them? How much would you take away? And once they know they have that complete power over you, then they can take over your vessel. Then they can be a walk-in. What a walk-in is you're no longer there. Your vessel is still there, but someone else is controlling you. Someone has possession over you. Okay? So this is a warning again to all of you who are still in religions, who are still in these religious cults. And when I say religious cults, I'm speaking of all religions. But the reason why I only talk about Christianity and Hebrew Israelite and things of that nature, Judaism, is because those are the things that I have been familiar with personally in Jehovah's Witness and things like that. For all of you who are still in these cults, they are grooming you to take over your body. You got to look up and study body snatchers, walk-ins, whatever you want to do, because you're already in the form of being controlled. You're in the form of doing exactly what these low vibrational entities are telling you to do. If you're hearing from something of the source, of the light, of the creator, they're never, first of all, going to tell you what to do. They will give you suggestions, but it will be of things that are bettering your life. It's not going to be nitpicky things like, oh, you took 10 steps instead of 12. Oh, you can't wear that belt. Oh, you can't wear those shoes because they got pink and green in them. They should just have one color. Oh, you got on jeans? You shouldn't wear purple. You shouldn't wear pink. You shouldn't wear blue. That's a dictator. The creator, source, divine, spirit team, family, ancestors, they're not picking on you about things like you think those things matter. The true creator, divine source, we're here for lessons, life lessons, to learn and to grow. But it's all about self. It's a journey about becoming yourself. So another thing everybody needs to learn is stop being a follower. If one woman is saying that she got a message that she has to strip something away, allow her to have her path. And you stay on your path. Because as I strip things away for that season, that path is over for me. That season is over for me. I got the lesson from that season, and I'm continuing forth. It didn't define me. I took all those things off, and in that process of that, I did my healing. I did my shadow work. I did the hard part, okay? So a lot of you haven't even done the hard part because you believe in religion, and you're waiting on this thing or something to come and save you, where within you can save yourself by healing yourself from within. So when you go to these religions, they tell you, oh, just wait on Jesus. Just wait on this person. Wait on that person. Don't wait on nobody, because the longer you wait and let these pain, this trauma and things fester into you, the easier it's going to be for you to get body snatched. The easier it's going to be for those low-level deities to take over your body. For those of you who are sitting there like, you know what, I want to lose weight. Oh, Jesus, help me. Nah, ain't no damn Jesus. You get your ass up and start working out. You change your diet. You change your environment. If every time you talk about eating healthy, somebody's like, ooh, that's nasty, eat with us, cut them off, get rid of them. No one's going to save you but you. The pain you went through, the trauma you went through, you have to heal those things. You have to be brave enough to dare to do that work. Religion is just a band-aid long enough for you to be body snatched. They keep telling me to tell y'all, body snatched, walk in. So they say for all y'all who don't want to heal, for all y'all who refuse to go get some type of counseling or get somebody that can talk to you and help you work through these issues, you know, just like I put on here the other day, I have a website. People can book sessions. These different things that I have overcame through shadow work. I will just be that guide leading you on your own path to do your own work. But it's not just me. There's many people probably in your town, probably in your area that can lead you on the right path. All over YouTube, anywhere else, wherever your spirit resides with, that's, you know, they always say when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. So wherever you feel best with your spirit, all I'm trying to say is it's no excuse because help is available. No matter who you choose to get it from, it is available. It's ready, it's easy, one click away. Because everybody, you know, when they want to go on trips, oh, that wind, whew, that wind feels great. When they want to go on trips and they want to do things, they have no problem with handling that. But I'm letting you guys know what season you're in. You're in the season of walk-ins. You're in the season of body snatching. And if you aren't even on the path right now of trying to heal yourself and go forward, if you're still listening to someone else, like, man, I want to heal, but my pastor said it's wrong. Or I want to heal, but my pastor said I shouldn't do meditation. My pastor said I shouldn't get crystals. If you're still in that state of mind, then I'm sorry to tell you, but it's like you're in preschool and everyone else is at least in 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade or in high school or something. So it's up to you. You can continue to fall for the delusion that the slave masters gave our people in the first place, or you can choose yourself and start to heal yourself and begin to go forward. You gonna take her out, babe? I'm almost done. I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I was supposed to say that I didn't say. Let me check my notes. I think I might have hit everything. So yeah, I'm not the only one that's passing this message through. I'm not the only one who has said this message, and it's time now. So I'm gonna start putting this disclaimer in most of my videos. If you have had, you know, I gotta stretch my legs. If you have had Creator, you know, Source speak to you, you know, about making these changes in your life, about not continuing to delay, about not continuing to depend on somebody else, and every time you think about doing so, the first thing you want to think is, what will my pastor say? What will my mom say? What will my family say? Well, 9 out of 10, they're going to be against you. Because if you're even watching this message or led to this message, 9 out of 10, you are a chosen one, or you're someone who's trying to choose the path to wake up out of the delusion. If you go to your pastor's job is to put you back to sleep. Your pastor's job is to tell you, don't tap into your ancient spirituality. Don't type into what we have always been doing from the beginning. They're going to say, follow me, pay me, stay asleep, stay deluded long enough so that we're able to use you in these end times to be in our war so we can continue to control you like we always have been. So if you're somebody getting that nudge to get out of this matrix, to get out of this, get out of it. Because nobody's holding you back or stopping you but yourself. You're the only one keeping yourself low. You're the only one keeping yourself there. There's agents always around. They follow us 24/7. They pop up every time we're around. So those same agents are going to be in your life, trying to keep you in check, keep you in line, and keep you in the matrix. Those same agents are going to tell you, don't leave religion. Don't work out. Don't do meditation. Don't change your lifestyle. Don't eat healthy, because they're waiting to use your body in the end to keep you here, to keep you asleep, to keep you in the matrix, and to keep their program going. So if I was you, I would choose you. Work on you, meditate, talk directly to Source, Divine, your spirit team by yourself. You don't need to tell nobody your moves. Don't call nobody. Don't tell nobody. Go within for yourself. And that's all I got for now. So, hope it works out for you. Aloha, peace, blessings, shalom.